push for the Save America Act bill to get passed. It is something that we desperately need. Voter ID is a must because if we don't push for this, let me tell you something, our country will suffer and our generation will suffer. The, the future will suffer. So let's take this seriously and do a hashtag. You can thank Nicki Minaj for being the voice of reasoning. I think we can all come to agreement, regardless of what your political affiliation is. Voter ID is a must. We're not stupid. The black community, we're very intelligent, and yes, we have identification. So please stop it already. We have birth certificates. You need the ID to get into different places, from private sectors to public sectors. Even when you apply for a job, you gotta have ID. So enough with the noise and stop using the black community.
That's what I've been saying. Like, they said that on CNN where Scott Jennings was there. He was like, how is requiring voter ID voter oppression? He was like, how? And the woman was like, someone said the SAVE Act. And she was like, yeah, the SAVE Act. How is that voter oppression? And who does not have voter ID in 2026? How have they been getting along in life? How were they just in the most rural, remote parts up under a rock? And even people who live in the most rural areas have voter ID. Homeless people have voter ID. Because from what I'm gathering, they drink alcohol a lot, and you have to have voter ID to show that to get the alcohol. That's just crazy. So they're just gaslighting for the illegals because they don't have voter ID. That's who doesn't have voter ID. That's why they don't want to say that, because they want people without voter ID, i.e. illegals, to vote. That is just as plain and simple as I can make it. Because when you think about it, them saying it's voter oppression, if somebody out there today in America does not have any kind of ID that they can use to vote, if they don't have it, they're not voting anyway. So it's not voter oppression because they're not voting.